Are you aware of the island games?
Yes, yes.
Why is Gibraltar hosting the island games when it's not an island?
Well, I suppose that's a good question.
I'm investigating a phenomenon. Here's a plane landing on the island of Gibraltar, an airport that did not exist in a parallel universe. And we're gonna take a look at what they're looking at actually. This one's looking at the airport. This is not a strategic view. This is reality residue. You would have actually been looking out at the sea right here. You would have had this kind of view because Gibraltar was an island. It's an island. All of the theories of how the Gibraltar monkeys arrived on the rock are pure speculation based on historical writings that these monkeys were already here. So why have the monkeys never traveled to Spain? I don't know if you can see that right there, but that's Africa. There's the continent of Africa right there. The Pillars of Hercules might actually not be a myth. It's my belief that these monkeys are residue. It looks like I've arrived here at the Ape's Den. It appears a plane is getting ready to take off. Let's see if it takes off while we're here. That'll be great. Wow, it's actually taking off, guys. I came just in time. This is a beautiful view. Goodbye, island of Gibraltar. From the airport that did not exist before. Wow, it's amazing. Wow, that is amazing. Holy crap, it's like something magical. It's beautiful. Wow, look at the plane fly past the rock, fly past the island. That is amazing. Wow, if I lived here, I would come here every day just to see planes take off. That is beautiful. Excuse me, sir. Hi, do you work here? Hi, I'm actually doing a documentary for my YouTube channel. I was wondering if I could just ask you like a few questions. Have you ever heard anybody throughout your lifetime here? Have you lived all your life here in Gibraltar?
I've lived here for 33 years.
Wow, that's a long time. So you know a lot about Gibraltar.
Oh, basic stuff, yeah.
Yeah, great, perfect. Have you ever heard anyone in your lifetime, people refer to Gibraltar as an island?
Oh yeah, people do think that sort of thing, but obviously, as you see yourself now,
it's not an island.
It's not an island, no, it's
Yeah. So you have heard people call Gibraltar an island, like they'll be like the island of Gibraltar, and then you end up having to correct them.
I suppose sometimes, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
It doesn't upset anyone, so.
Yeah. Why do you think they call it an island?
Well, I mean,
what's your thinking?
If you look at Gibraltar from the distance, it's obviously around here towards Fingarola, right around the tip there towards Benalmadena, that neck of the woods. You look down, and all you can see is a rock. All you can see, so you would think that it was on its own, an island.
Yeah.
The closer you get, then the closer you realise.
Yeah.
You come down through Estepona, Sotogrande, down to the San Roque part, and you can see, obviously, that it's still attached to the south end of Spain.
Makes sense. Another question would be, are you aware of the island games?
Yes, yes.
You guys hosted the island games in 1995 and 2019.
Yes,
why is Gibraltar hosting the island games when it's not an island?
Well, I suppose that's a good question. You would have to really, I mean, I have not got a correct answer for you there, so I'm afraid. Island games, it's possibly because it's only a very, very small country. It's surrounded by water.
Yeah.
I can only think of that sort of thing. Other places that play in the island games, like the Faroe Islands,
yeah,
places like that,
yeah,
are all kind of Jersey, Guernsey, these places. Sort of
right. Yeah, if you actually go and verify it on Wikipedia and you look at all the participants in the island games, geographically all the participants are islands except for Gibraltar.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point actually.
Yeah.
But I think that was something we'd have to take up with the sporting people, sort of thing. You know, they'll be able to give you a better answer than me, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why I came here is to do this documentary. I'm investigating a phenomenon in which people have memories of a different universe, a different timeline, and they remember learning about Gibraltar in history and in studies, and growing up and seeing it in all world maps as it appeared as an island, separated by much more water in between Spain and Morocco, and it was never connected to Spain on the maps they saw. And now they shifted into this parallel universe, which now Gibraltar is no longer an island. It's a peninsula attached to Spain. And my investigation involves, finding out if people actually have heard people call Gibraltar an island, and why do they host the island games when it's not an island. And the fact that Gibraltar still hosts the island games means that Gibraltar, it's evidence that Gibraltar actually does exist as an island in a parallel universe in which we cannot see right now, but in a different time and space, a different dimension.
Yeah, I can see your point there, yeah.
Yeah.
But don't forget, all these areas down here, including the back of the football park, all the way around here,
Yeah.
this was all water.
All right.
These have all these houses here
Yeah.
have been built since I've been here.
Yeah.
Those houses, when I live in those kind of sandstone buildings with the brown tops on them, over near the water,
Wow.
they were all reclaimed land. That was all water, everything around here, all around the side there. The dockyard's been the same for many years.
Yeah, I've heard. So all this was water, right?
Yes, yes.
I went through the tunnel down there, where it was the only tunnel in which you could enter Gibraltar because that whole parking lot was water.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all here was all water.
Right.
You can still see where some of the water does remain down in the Marina Bay area.
Yeah.
It was all water. Those houses everywhere.
Yeah.
So they've reclaimed the land.
Yeah.
And built houses on them. That's
Yeah.
why Gibraltar is slightly bigger now than it probably would have been, say, 35, 40 years ago.
Wow. I'm hearing mixed stories about this piece of land in particular,
Yep.
which is the airport.
Yep.
I'm hearing mixed stories because I keep asking people, why do people call it an island? And some people will say that it's because this piece of land never existed, that this was actually all water. This whole area was water.
Well, this airport...
Is that true?
No. The airport used to be a horse racing track.
Uh-huh.
That's what it was originally.
Wow.
Horse racing track. And then the MOD, Gibraltar,
Yeah.
which that's all MOD property across there.
Uh-huh.
See there, and you see the swimming pool in the back left-hand corner?
Yeah.
That's all MOD. Now, the airport is owned by the MOD.
MOD.
That's Military of Defence.
Wow. So you're saying basically there was never water there. There was never a small river. There was actually always connected by land.
So as far as I know, yes, I believe it's always been connected.
Always.
Land, sort of thing, yeah.
See, that's a part where I'm getting mixed accounts, mixed stories of there being water there,
Yeah.
and then no, other stories will say no, there's never been water there. That there's always been land there connected to Spain.
So it always has been connected. So I mean, it's even.
Wow.
You see now they're building a tunnel
Yeah.
under the airport.
Oh, they are? Are they currently building it right now?
It's building here now, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
As if you want to stand up there with
Oh, yeah.
You can see down here, that's next to the eastern beach there.
Yeah.
There's a road going in underneath the corner to take you around on the other side.
Uh-huh.
Stop the, obviously the aircraft comes in, aircraft goes out, you have to close the runway.
Ah, yeah.
And there is now, but there's an aircraft, I believe there's an aircraft showing very short.
So they're building a new roadway for cars, for traffic.
Yeah,
And what will happen to the old traffic?
That will stay the same. Pedestrians and cyclists
Uh-huh.
can go across that, but
Yeah.
cars no.
But cars no. And when will that take effect?
As soon as the tunnel's fixed, they reckon the tunnels will be fixed late this year, beginning of next year.
Oh wow, very soon. I wish I was here to see that. But actually I'm glad I came while this cars could still go through here, because that's a very unique experience to witness.
You can see just now.
How many airports are like this in the world, where the traffic just runs right through the airport? I think this is the only one in the world. Very strange.
This is about the fifth
Yeah.
most dangerous airport to go into.
Yeah. some of the people that remember learning that when Gibraltar was an island and appeared in maps and they learned about the rock, they remember learning that the only way to get to the island was by ferry or boat. And then when they saw this new airport, they were mind blown. They're like, wow, look at this weird airport in the middle of the border, and not only that, but vehicles and people walk right through the freaking runway. Yeah, people were shocked.
Stop now. Because we've got an aircraft coming in.
Yeah.
EasyJet flights coming in just now.
Oh, look, that one's landing right now.
Yes, it's going to land now. It should land. It's quite windy, but it's not really a problem. It's not a problem when it comes in from the southwesterly area, because there's a big vortex here and it kind of forces the aircraft, and they sometimes be diverted to Malaga.
Ah,
so it's quite a difficult.
The vortex.
It's quite a difficult airport to come into if you're not used to it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You'll see this plane will come in quite.
Yeah, I see it.
It's going easterly wind sort of thing, so it's slightly crosswind, as you can see with the flag up there. Gives you a rough idea.
Wow.
But, yeah, it's not a nice thing. You come in there, you don't think down there all of a sudden. You see exactly.
Yeah.
It goes up to Malaga.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it's not it's hassle, because it adds another 4 or 5 hours onto your journey.
Yeah.
It's only 10 minutes in the aircraft, 15 minutes in the aircraft to Malaga. By the time we got a bus sorted from here, bus got to go up, bus got to go out.
Yeah, I've noticed myself as as you walk down that the intersection of the airport, that it actually gets breezier, and there feels like there's a breeze there, like a sea breeze almost.
Obviously, yeah, it's very open. If you look that side to this side, there's no houses there or nothing to stop it.
Yeah. Oh, here's the plane about to land, you guys. This is man, if I lived here, I would come here every day just to watch planes land and take off.
Well, yeah, man, it's amazing. Some people do.
It's beautiful.
We have, I mean, obviously,
wow, guys.
Military aircraft as well over there. He'll be taking off shortly.
Here's a plane landing on the island of Gibraltar. An airport that did not exist in a parallel universe. Wow.
We only have EasyJet, British Airways, and only 2 airlines that come into Gibraltar.
Alright guys, we are currently in the Great Siege tunnels. Wow. Why so much? My question is, you know, walking through these tunnels up here, why build tunnels here? Why was this land even so important? You know, you had Ceuta, could have been another Gibraltar, right? You have southern Spain. The whole southern coast of Spain is closer to the Strait of Gibraltar. Why build all these tunnels? Why did they find this piece of land so valuable? Doesn't make sense. And the reason why is because this was an island in the middle of the Mediterranean, in the middle, separated by lots of water. It literally stood in the middle of the Mediterranean, in between Spain and Morocco. And this is the reason why this piece of land was so valuable. They went so hard to build tunnels here on the top of the rock. I cannot believe these tunnels exist all the way up here. Look how far up I am. This is an amazing view right here from the tunnels, the Great Siege tunnels, the island of Gibraltar. And the length extending across the north of the isthmus, a mile or so from Gibraltar's port gate. It wasn't an isthmus where I come from. Just think about it, guys. The reason why the British wanted this piece of land is because it was strategic piece of land, because it controlled the gateway from the Atlantic into the Mediterranean Sea. So they wanted to watch the waters. They needed to build these tunnels and have an eye over the island, and you know, watch the water, you know, watch the straits, basically the North Strait and the South Strait. But for them to build these tunnels that I just walked along, and they're only some of these tunnels are just they have windows towards the north side of Spain, makes no sense. So for me, these windows that face these gates or little tunnels that face the side of Spain, those are reality residue. Those tunnels in the other reality in which in the reality in which this piece of land exists as an island, those tunnels are those windows are being looked out into the sea, into the water. So for me, those are 100% reality residue. And here's another one right in front of me, actually. I mean, this is not a very strategic view. There was no reason for them to build this whatsoever. All right, we're here at, I think it says St. George's Hall. So this is, they're depicting how it would have been during the times of the siege. And we're gonna take a look at what they're looking at actually, and see what kind of views. Oh shit, that scared me. We'll try and see what kind of views they had here. Okay, this one is looking out to Spain. It's looking out at the airport. I don't see how that would have helped at all. You're not looking at the straits. This one's looking at the airport. This is not a strategic view. So these two sides, 1, 2, and 3 make no sense. They're literally looking out at Spain, and this piece of land was strategic. They wanted to keep an eye on the straits. This is not keeping an eye on the straits. So for me, anything facing the side of Spain, this is reality residue. You would have actually been looking out at the sea right here. Now if you come down to the other side, I was just at this window that I just showed you, where you would have been looking out at the sea. You walk this way, and this is exactly the view you would have had. You would have had this kind of view because Gibraltar was an island. It's an island. And this is the kind of view that, you know, people on this island wanted. They built these tunnels because they wanted to keep an eye on the straits on all sides of the island. And for me, those on that side, which face Spain, are reality residue. This is the view you would have had. Let's take a look at some other views from St. George's Hall. Actually, let's look at this one right here. And we're gonna have a nice ocean sea view from the island of Gibraltar. This is exactly what we would have seen on those windows when Gibraltar was not attached to Spain. These tunnels are very, very deep. I'm gonna make my way back, head out of here, because I got a lot more hiking to do around the rock. Alright you guys, it's currently 11:44, heading to Apes Den. I just left the Great Siege tunnels and heading south of the island towards Apes Den. I'll be there in approximately less than 20 minutes. So I am approaching Apes Den. I'm about a 5-minute walk. I just wanted to state some facts that I gathered while I was doing some research. The Barbary macaques or macaques, whatever you want to call them, the monkeys, are the only wild monkey population in the whole of Europe. They are also native to the forests of Algeria and Morocco. The Barbary macaque is a so-called old world monkey, and based on historical writings, before Gibraltar became British territory in the early 1700s, the macaque population was already present. All of the theories of how the Gibraltar monkeys arrived on the rock are pure speculation, and I added this myself, is if you actually research, they're not found in Spain. Okay, so these monkeys on Gibraltar, even though this piece of land has been connected to Spain, are not found in Spain. They're only found on Gibraltar. And you know, as you heard there, you can search facts. You can fact check that. I'm sorry. You can fact check that, and you will see that there, and based on historical writings, that these monkeys were already here when this island, or this when Gibraltar was first discovered. So my theory to that is that I mean, that's evidence that this place is an island in another reality, because there's no monkeys of these in Spain. And the thing is that Gibraltar in this reality is connected to Spain. So why have the monkeys never traveled to Spain? The reason why is because this piece of land actually exists as a land. Hey there, guys. This place actually exists as an island in another reality in which we cannot see, and the monkeys are living proof of that. And then my other theory is that these monkeys, as I gathered on my research, these monkeys are only also found in Algeria and Morocco. So the monkeys themselves could be a potential residue of a far distant dimension or timeline or parallel universe in which Gibraltar or Spain or parts of Europe were actually connected to wow. Hold on, guys. Connected. Let me finish what I'm saying. Connected to Europe. So my theory is there's a possible reality in which the whole southern Europe is actually attached to Africa, and these monkeys might be proof of that. There was a fly bothering me right now, and these monkeys are a residue for me. Definitely residue for the island of Gibraltar, and potential residue for Spain actually being connected to Africa entirely. And oh my God, this is beautiful, guys. I'm approaching Apes Den, and I don't know if you can see that right there, but that's Africa. Oh my God, it looks like a freaking island. That is beautiful. Oh my God, I wish you guys could see this in person. The way the clouds, it looks very mystic. There's the continent of Africa right there. It's amazing. Really, really amazing. And there goes a cable car going up the rock, which I decided not to take. I'd rather hike and explore the rock the natural way, the hard way. And wow, that view of Africa right there is just it looks like almost like an island. Looks like a mirage. Looks like a mythical place. And come to think of it, so if this, in the reality in which Gibraltar is actually an island, you would have been able to see Africa as well. So you would have actually seen Africa and Spain as well. You would have seen two continents. You would have seen the continent of Europe separated by lots of water to the north and to the south. And so now that Gibraltar has moved and is now a peninsula in this reality, we can still see Africa. So because that whole northern region, northwestern region of Africa did not exist. Africa was a different shape. And so this reality is merging with the other reality, and still making it possible for the view of Africa from the island of Gibraltar. And to add on top of what I was just saying about Europe being, my theory of the monkeys being residue of a potential reality, a universe in which we can't see, where Gibraltar is actually, or Spain, this whole region is actually connected to Africa. Back to my theory of that, you know, I believe that's a possible reality because the monkeys are still here and they don't know how these monkeys got here. I mean, it's very possible that these monkeys were brought here, but based on historical writings, as I said, these monkeys were already here when this island or this piece of land, Gibraltar, was discovered. And so the Pillars of Hercules actually makes more sense. The Pillars of Hercules might actually not be a myth. There's actually a reality in which Spain, or the Spain part of Europe, is actually connected to Africa. I just want to share some notes I wrote down about the Pillars of Hercules, and I think you guys will find this interesting, what I gathered. So it says that the story goes that when Hercules was on his way to the island of Erythea, he had to cross the mountain that was once Atlas. Instead of climbing the great mountain, Hercules split it in half using his indestructible mace. By doing so, he connected the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea and formed the Strait of Gibraltar. So you see there, then it continues to say, one part of the split mountain is currently called Gibraltar and the other is Monte Hacho. These two mountains taken together were since then known as the Pillars of Hercules. So it's my belief that these monkeys are residue from a reality in which Atlas, the mountain that Hercules had to cut through to open the Atlantic into Mediterranean Sea, is a reality that actually exists or existed. There could, well, technically it still exists, right? Because if it existed, it still exists. So that's my story, my theory of the Pillars of Hercules. Oh, this is fly bothering me. Alright guys, looks like I've arrived here at the Apes Den. This monkey was just literally crossing the road. It's doing its own thing. Wow, that's amazing. Let me go follow this monkey. Please be advised that the monkeys may react aggressively confined along this stretch of steps. Alright, let's go you guys. I hope these monkeys don't try and hurt me. Now I understand why there's a lot of flies here. I'm pretty sure it's because all the monkeys' feces around here. I was expecting more of a place where we could interact with the monkeys, but not too sure. I'm gonna try and take these stairs up there, see what's up there. And there goes the monkey. I lost sight of it, but it's going up the stairs. It knows where all the people are at. It's looking for food probably. But yeah guys, these monkeys are living proof that you know, there's something strange here on this piece of land called Gibraltar. These monkeys are the only monkeys in all of Europe, wild monkeys.